right, so we're walking in. This is a little bit grand. You got this cool piece right here.
If I rented this home, I bet I could maybe make $4,000 a month. If I Airbnb it, I'm looking at making $12,000 to $15,000.
Maybe more. How many Airbnbs you own and what makes you an Airbnb expert?
Right now, I only own 8 doors. I've owned up to 15, but divorce is a hell of a drug.
Divorce is a hell of a drug. Don't do it too much.
Don't do it too much. Owning 8 Airbnbs, I've operated or used Airbnb since 2010. I've operated Airbnb since 2012. I've been doing this for a lot longer than all these new people. And so, and additionally, with my ex-husband, we lived in Airbnbs for years on end.
Right.
Because we traveled so much.
Right.
And so I really feel like I understand what the guest experience, what they expect. And so you want to roll up here and you feel like, wow, that first impression is really important. And then how are they going to hang out? Like if you have your wedding party here, and this is where they're staying. It's a beautiful summer day in June. Right. You can imagine having a glass of champagne on the front porch, and then you just kind of make it this way. Let me show you this. Let me show you. Now, of course, this is the before, but this whole lot over here is also part of the property. You can imagine even like a rehearsal dinner where they're doing a dry run, and the bride kind of comes out down this pathway. Those are grapevines.
So again, we're bride and groom right now?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can be the dad. This is kind of a cluster. Have you ever dealt with ponds? They're a pain in the ass. So this pond is probably just going to become a really nice garden. But couldn't you imagine on your rehearsal dinner having like your friends and family out here while you rehearse the wedding?
You got to keep the pond.
Why?
This is in good shape.
No, it's not. That liner's a terrible thing. I know ponds.
You can concrete it.
That's the one thing I'm going to get a bid on. What would you estimate something like this would cost to fix if I put concrete in it? Your best guess?
I would say between 15 and 20.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not historic tax credit qualified here, which is another reason it makes me gun shy.
Yeah, but the ambiance that adds, I mean, they've already done the hard work in here. It might be less. I'm going high because I know who you use. Yeah. My guys, maybe like, 10.
Give me your guy's number.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Pond or no pond? What would you put instead?
Just a cool garden. Yeah. My mom's a master gardener. She loves it when I give her a budget and let her do fun things.
She is a master gardener.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So just a cool garden that kind of maybe looks pond-like. I'd probably leave the structure and just get rid of the water.
Oh, for sure. If you do that, definitely leave the structure. But I think like some kois out there and a garden back there. I'm sure she's got plenty of room. She can do some awesome flowers right there.
But again, we're creating ambiance, right? We're creating an experience for the guests.
Fish jumping?
Fish jumping? I don't know. If I do that, I'll have to hire a woman to be a fake mermaid for like the opening party.
That'd be awesome.
You think that'd be fun?
Yeah, ask Eden.
She might do it.
No. All right, so there's the roof.
Yeah, so I mean, we're looking at some of our expenses here. The roof looks like it's slate. It's not. Like I said, it was rubber. And then, of course, we've got a lot of just wood rot, fascia, painting. So most of our budget for this project is exterior.
God, it's so beautiful, though. Who owned the house?
So it was 2 men that owned it. Yuri Ives, who has a sordid past of his own, was a very big advocate for the Northeast and getting it transitioning. I purchased it from his husband because he passed away, Mui.
Mui?
Yeah, he's a Malaysian man, very nice.
So what was here? They were doing something here. This is like a commercial kitchen at one point?
Okay, so Mui was a chef. Yuri, they were, like I said, 2 fabulous gay guys, and Yuri would throw these lavish parties. And he had his house decorated like a museum.
All right, so we're on the exterior. We've got some work to do here.
Like these sandstone lintels.
Cheap?
They're not cheap. I mean, they've been here for 130 years.
Yeah.
They just don't hold up because of the water. We have to probably replace a lot of these just to keep the house safe and to keep it preserved through time. Something that also made me buy this house is that you can see these are new windows.
Right.
And they're actually pretty high-end windows. Once I buy the property and I want to have it be a historic tax credit project, I can't do this. If you have to rebuild 50 wood windows.
Expensive.
Oh, I spent
$200,000, you think?
Let's see. In 2018, I rebuilt 47, and it cost me $50,000. So today, it'd probably be closer to $100,000 just for windows.
$100,000 for windows. All right, so we're walking in. This is a little bit grand. Let's check this out here.
So, like the wallpaper came from England, and one of the panels is signed by the Queen herself. These guys, when they redid this interior, I don't know how much money they spent, but it was down to the studs. Everything was ripped out. They've redone everything.
Wow.
And they rematched woodwork. I'm told that they rebuilt the staircase. I have a plumber that worked on this house, and they rebuilt a lot of the things.
When was it redone?
2005.
These were redone?
Yep, and hand painted.
Amazing.
And they had this glass and these chandeliers custom made in Italy.
Are these original?
The floors are original. The pocket doors were either not salvageable or they didn't save them, which I wish they would have, but they didn't.
But they did some really cool things instead of that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure whether this was added or this was there. It's hard to tell.
So what's this all about?
This is something, so like I told you, this house was full of antiques. I've been like kind of collecting what all these things cost. So Yuri bought this. It is a lion's head on corners, fully restored Kalamazoo base burner, circa 1890s. Now he bought it for $4,800 from Mill Creek Antiques. So the house was full of stuff like this. I thought when I bought it, I told you I made that mistake, that I would be able to sell it for close to what all these little price tags said, even half, even 25%.
Right.
Not true. Like these antiques are going for like 10%, if not a lot less.
There's no money in antiques.
There's no money in antiques. Another advantage to getting it furnished for me is this saves me 6 months to 8 months of time going to source all this and then trying to get it in here is difficult because I have to store it until we're done with the renovation, then I got to move it in. So time is what I need. It made sense to me, even though it didn't make dollars and cents sense, to go ahead and buy this furnished because this is the furnishings I'm gonna be looking for.
Is this how you ring up the people at the Airbnb?
Yeah, if Airbnb doesn't start shaping up, I will be ringing them up myself.
They're a pain in the butt to deal with. Take your money right out of your account.
Yeah, they can. And they're trying to transition, I think, to shift a little bit more to make the guests happier and make the hosts happier. It's a learning curve because this is a whole new industry, relatively speaking, to hotels.
Right.
You know, and so they're ironing out the kinks. It just hurts sometimes while that happens. So this is the dining room. This lamp, for example, these pieces are just like, would be, if I wanted to go buy this, of course, I'd have to spend $25,000.
Right.
Now, if I want to sell it,
it's $25.
$25, exactly. We're trying to create the experience. So, like, we're going to leave the grand piano, for example.
Right.
I want this to be the music room. I want this to be a flex room where people can potentially dance and have, stand up. And
a ballroom.
Like a ballroom, exactly.
Nice.
It's a small ballroom, but, we'll get this other stuff cleared out. And
What's this?
This is an organ, and it works. You got to pump it.
Pump it. They used to pump them in the old days?
Don't break it, Troy.
That's probably what would happen. Thanks for telling me. This shower, I haven't seen one of these before. What kind of shower is this?
What are you asking me these questions? What do you mean?
I just messed with
It's a
you.
sex shower.
It's just messing with it. You got this cool piece right here.
Every room has one.
So this is the grand bathroom.
Well, it's the downstairs bathroom. I don't know why they put a shower in it. I'm really trying to figure out how to make that make sense. No one's gonna want to come down here to shower when every bedroom has its own bathroom. So I don't know. We're gonna
Ditch the ballroom dancing idea and make this a bedroom.
I've got enough bedrooms, and my occupancy. I'm gonna be struggling with my STR zoning, anyways.
STR zoning. What is STR zoning?
So STR zoning is short-term rental zoning. Basically, in Kansas City, Missouri, for a single-family residence, you're limited to 8 bodies. I may have to try to get this to be a duplex so I can fit 16 bodies because that's what I want. If I rented this home, I bet I could maybe make $4,000 a month.
Right.
Now, if I Airbnb it, I'm looking at making $12,000 to $15,000.
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we're repainting in here, redoing probably the floors and the backsplash.
Yeah, I would say the floors. I mean, the ceilings are dope. I don't know if you need to redo anything, you know what I mean? It's just...
That's true, but now here's the catch there. You get one shot at going to all the trouble and expense of the historic tax credit. So if you're ever going to want it redone, you want it redone during this period.
Couldn't you just epoxy over this? Do you just not like the color?
I guess I could.
Because the tile is in perfectly good shape.
Yeah.
You could just restain it a different color and then not have to rip it out and do it all over again.
That's a good idea. I might take that idea.
Well, you could, I mean, and same thing here, just
Refinish it.
stain it, paint these white.
Yeah.
Or stain them.
It's a very functioning kitchen. This is a cool piece. This is an actual working refrigerator.
Wow.
The engine for it is downstairs.
It's got an engine?
Yeah.
Fire up the fridge.
I know. I plugged the breaker and it started shaking, and so I said we're gonna have someone come look at it. So 4 bedrooms on this level.
4 bedrooms. So we got another level?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have 4 bedrooms on this level, and my goals are to have mini suites. So,
Okay.
So you can have multiple couples and you still have some privacy and you have
Nice.
your own bathroom. That way it makes sense for couples that are traveling together. I look at age groups a lot, kind of like a Harry Dent type of investor.
Okay.
And so we got the boomers that are loving to travel. I bet you know somebody who's between 60 and 70 who's been to Europe recently.
Yes.
A lot of people?
Yes.
My parents, my in-law.
My parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're traveling and they want to travel, but do they travel by themselves? No, mine don't. They travel in groups.
Yeah, boomers.
Yeah, the boomers. So this is set up to accommodate boomers who want to travel in
If
couples.
you're a boomer, hit her up. How do they find you on Airbnb?
Just look for the best properties.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is an example. We have got its own fireplace. This beautiful spot over here, which I imagine brides alike to put makeup on.
Yeah, you put your makeup on in here.
Lots of
It's
good
like, lots of good photo ops right here.
Yeah. And then everything has its own bathroom. Now the bathroom again is going to be another place where we're ripping out a lot of what's there because it was redone in the early 2000s and it's dated and it's just gross.
Now this one I would agree with. Yeah, this one definitely, just put a shower in, get rid of the tub, go big ass shower in here. Yeah, this does not fit.
This doesn't work with the house.
Does not work with the house, I agree. Big closet.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna basically show you the suites. Like that's one suite.
One suite.
And this room is pretty rough. We gotta fix this quite a bit. We're adding just a little shower in here, just enough to have your own private bath.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's a big one. I mean,
It's actually our smallest bathroom, but
Yeah.
it'll work.
it'll work just fine. You know, these days you could also put these things inside the shower, or you could put the pedestal sink right here and put the shower back there. But I would argue that, you know, just putting a freaking glass wall to here and walking through and you got your sink and your shower.
That wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Because you don't have to go up if you slope it down. You don't have to put a curb so you can walk right in.
Yeah. Very European of you.
Hey, put a bidet in there as well.
So this room is probably the closest to what it's going to look like. Obviously, we're gonna repaint and like make things look, you know, cleaner and clean everything up. Cleaners are coming actually today. But I'm putting in a shower over here before she gets here to take care of the house for the winter. And this is a pretty historically accurate bathroom. But I don't know when these would have been added or how, or if they were here in the 1890s, because it was unusual to have this many interior bathrooms in the 1890s
Yeah.
in these homes.
No, I don't think it would have been.
So we've got a bathtub here. I'm putting a shower in that corner, and it'll be pretty functional.
Yeah, it looks great. Well, these are like ashtrays, or what were these?
Yeah. I smoke a lot, so I just like to have ashtrays everywhere. It's just more.
I didn't know you
for me.
smoked.
No, I'm just kidding. Now this is, I think, where the house ended at one point, right here.
Okay.
And there's a weird addition kind of on the back. It's a big brick addition. It would have been done in the early 1900s, but it was not done in 1890 or 1889 when this house was built.
But you got a little roof off of here.
I was going to put a patio out here for the guests, but I gave up on that because it was just too much money for, what are we going to look at, some projects? You know what I mean?
You're actually deterring.
Let's keep it about the house,
Right.
and not, you know, necessarily about
Yeah.
everything else.
So yeah, the bathrooms look like they need the most work. Everything else is just
Yeah.
ready to go. And it doesn't stop here.
This is the third floor, which is what I would make the duplex. It would be easy enough to just put a locked door down there where we just entered.
That's probably a good idea.
This upstairs is kind of divided into two large bedrooms. Not a lot of work up here, but I need another question for you and your audience.
Right.
The green carpet, okay? Keep it or get rid of it. Now what we have are these heart pine floors behind you, which I like, but it adds noise insulation and insulation as far as heat and cold.
I think you can clean these up and get some use out of them before you get rid of them. So maybe long-term get rid of them, but short-term, since it's gonna be an Airbnb, you're gonna have it maintained excellently. I think it'll add some character to it. And then if you have to redo them, like you said, it could potentially cause you more of an issue than aesthetics.
True. They did these because they were really into feng shui, and green is supposed to be, they're really into feng shui and energy and all that. And so green's supposed to be really like help you with your finances and attract money to you and wealth and prosperity.
I mean, that's right there. There's the reason.
So this is this side. No closet in here, but you can get away with the armoires, especially with an Airbnb. I have a problem with these beds and that they're all full-size beds, but everybody wants king-size beds and Airbnbs.
I think you're good.
No, man, I'm gonna have Chris make them king-size beds and just take out a frame, cut up other old beds that nobody wants, and put it together.
All right, we'll go Chris.
Similar thing in here. You got enough space, especially over here, to kind of have like a living room feel.
Right.
And so you really could, and when I show you the bathroom / kitchenette area that we're gonna work on, you really could go duplex.
I would do duplex 100%. You got just too much house.
I know. But my other mansion, that's the reason I bought this mansion. My other mansion is fully booked for the whole house.
But you still have that option. And it gets away from your zoning law, and it doesn't differentiate anything other than putting a door on it.
Yeah, that's true. So up here we have a project that was not finished
Right.
when I bought the house. So up here, there's a bathtub there now. It's probably going to go away so I can do more of a kitchenette, or I may just throw the kitchen in there and leave this kind of a big bathroom.
I would say you got another bedroom here, and then you've got what's over here?
Closet.
Okay, that stays what it is.
Yeah.
Kitchen over here, right?
Yeah. What I was going to do is get rid of the bathtub, float the bathtub in that shower, get rid of that wall this off, so you have a tub shower kind of combo.
Yeah.
And then put the vanity right here.
Yeah.
And then have the rest of the space for a kitchen, so you could have a little, whatever, like a single wall kitchen there.
Yeah, I like it. I wouldn't get rid of that. I'd make that another bedroom.
I don't need to sleep more people.
Then make that your bathroom. That's a big ass bathroom, and then make this all your kitchen.
Yeah.
Right? Like, cause you don't need a tub. You just need a really nice shower. Put like a really nice shower in here, or you put a really nice shower here. Or no, this would be your vanities right here. Put a really nice shower in here where you're like, psh, psh, psh. Then you got a really nice kitchen in here versus like a combination. Either that, or you make this another bedroom. My opinion. What do you guys think? Let us know.
I'd be curious because I'm struggling with this space.
Yeah, no, that's the way I'd do it.
Okay, so should we go talk a little bit more about the opportunity zone stuff?
Yes.
So we can wrap that up. Let's get out of the attic because it's just kind of not the attic, the third floor.
Okay, cool.
And we can go like sit down in the